next Monday. Okay? For this chapter, for the last chapter, the last module, mostly we will talk about ecology. Okay? So this is the last module it's gonna be. Now again, oh, by the way, do you have question before we start? No question? Now, again, I'm gonna put the biological organizations to just remind you what are we studying actually in this class, right? So, biological organizations. Okay. We start with the smallest unit of matter. You still remember what do you call the smallest unit of matter? Hmm?
The smallest one that we have.
The what?
The smallest unit that we have, which is atom.
Atoms. Okay. Atoms. The smallest unit of matter. Atoms. The atoms then will organize to make what? What is the second level? Molecules. I still remember this is the first introduction that I gave it to you, right? Yeah, it's going back again, just for making sure that you know what is our study actually, okay? From the molecules, then it's become cells. And starting from the cell, this is the living things, okay? Cell. Now cells, okay, will organize to make tissues. Tissue organized to make, McKenna? Organs. Good job. Organs. And organs that make the same functions, okay, to do the same job, is called organ system. Organ system. All organisms then will make us. What do you call it? We are organism. Okay? Organism. Okay. Organisms that able to breed and produce the viable offspring is called, anybody still remember that definition for channel? Species. Species. Right? Now, species, like us over here, we are one species, right? When they are grouped together in one place, is called what? What is the group of the same species? Population. Human population, for example, right? The same species. Now, all the populations, like for example here we have human, maybe we have ants, we have rats somewhere, right? Is create what we call community. Okay? So community only talking about living things. When we add the non-living environment, this community is become ecosystem. You follow this? And the whole ecosystem in the world is called biosphere. Not Britney Spears, okay? Biosphere. That's the whole ecosystem in the world. On Earth is called biosphere. Okay? You have learned this. Okay? This one is chemical. This is chemical level. You might learn it in chemistry and also in our class. You already learned it in Bio 153, right? You learn a little bit about chemistry over there. And then cell. This is cellular level of organization. And again, you also have learned it a little bit in Bio 153. If you want to learn more, take Dr. Wang class, cell biology. You will learn more about cell, right? And then tissue. Yeah, this is the tissue level. Tissue level. Again, you have learned it in 153. If you want to learn more, take histology class. Dr. Philip Jens, right? Histology. You're gonna learn how to make the tissue specimen. Right? So tissue and organs and organism. This is in the organ level and the system level over here. It will be learned in ANP, anatomy and physiology. We learn a little bit. You learn a little bit. We also learn in this class 153. We learn a little bit about organism, right? There are different types of organism, from prokaryote to eukaryote, and we're done with that one, right? Until we learn the highest level of organism, which is the vertebrates. Are you with me? Now, we also learned about species a little bit over here. Now, from there, when we talk about the rest of this, we're going to talk about in our last module, and this is the ecological level of organization. Okay, so this is in our modules now, which is the ecology. You get this one? Okay, now, what is ecology? That's the question. Okay, what is ecology? Anybody know what is ecology? And again, if you learn about scientific term, usually scientific term consists of 2 or 3 words. What do you call the root? There are 2 roots over here. This one, oikos, right? And this one, logos or logi or logi. What does logi mean? You know it, right? What does logi mean? Hamra, what is logi? Study of or science of. That's logi. Now the question is, what's oikos? What is oikos? This is a Latin word. What is oikos? Oikos means house or home. You get this one? Now what is ecology then? Study of our home. Not your home, but our environment. So basically in ecology, we will study about our environment, our place, organism place to live. So this is study of interactions. Okay, interaction of organisms and their environment. Therefore, basically, we actually study about our home, our place to live, organism place to live. That's ecology. That's a very simple definition of ecology. So we'll study our interactions within the organism, living organism, and also with our non-living environment. Okay, living and non-living. Okay, you got this one? That's a very simple definition. It should be easy to understand. We study our place, our home. This is actually my field of study. This is my study area. I am in this study area, which is ecology, environmental science. So if you have maybe idea to do research or study in this area, you can talk to me. You can talk to me. Maybe you are interested in study about pollution, about the lake ecosystem, about forest ecosystem, about animal interaction. You can talk to me. Just for information, we just got the Ledford Scholar for one of my students. that will do the research in this fall. So, you know, he will study about the population actually, population ecology. So there will be another kind of scholarship available, which is in, I believe, in next spring semester, but the proposal have to be done in October and November. So if you have, you know, interest in study about ecology, environmental science, you can come to me. We can make a proposal for that. Okay, you will get money. Okay, at the same time you will learn how to do research. But for this next proposals round, okay, this is only for individual research. I mean, you cannot do in the team. Okay, it's individual research. But you can, each of you can have your own individual research. Then actually in the field you can do at the same time, even though you have different topic. Maybe you do it at the same location, at the same environment. So this is just kind of information for you. If you are interested in doing the undergrad research, okay, you will get the fund and fun. The same thing. You have fun and fun to do that research. Okay, that's the ecology. Now, ecology, okay, can be studied into different level, like for example, organismal level. Okay, so basically, this is study how organisms interact in their environments. What kind of environment, you know, affected their, for example, availability, or what kind of food available for them. Okay, so this is study about organisms, adaptations to the environment, to their habitat. This is organismal level. Usually we focus on one organism maybe, or two organisms, and see how they adapt to their specific habitats. Population level. We kind of learned a little bit last time when we talked about the population growth, Hardy-Weinberg calculation. You still remember that? Okay, you still remember. You still remember the formula, what? Well, P square plus 2PQ plus Q square equal to 1. That's population. So this is usually study about population's growth. How the population actually growth in the environment. What kind of thing that affecting their growth, for example. We can study, for example, coral reef population, which is you have to maybe do snorkeling every day, which is nice. I like it. Very nice. Now, that's population level. And maybe community level of ecology. This is when you study the interactions within populations in the environment. So maybe you're gonna study about competitions, how actually one population compete with another populations, predations, how the lions, you know, kill or eat the buffalo, for example. That's gonna be in the community level. If you like Natural History Channel, you're gonna see a lot of community level of ecology over there. Lions, how they, you know, they try to attack the buffalo, how they, you know, they're actually smart, you know, they have the way, to, yeah, so that's it. That's a population's interaction, maybe competition, maybe predations, that's in the community level. And the last one will be in the ecosystem level. And again, this is when we try to see the effects of environment to the population, to the community. Okay, distribution, for example. Why this animal, like for example, capuchin, only present in South America? Why it is not in Africa? Why there is no elephants in South America forest? What? Why there is elephant in Africa and Asia? Why there is no tiger in Brazil? You see that one? No, not yeah. There is another type group. Yeah, they have jaguar, they have panther, puma, but there is no tiger. Why? That's kind of study in the ecosystem level over here. Well, the how that animals or plants adapted to the biogeographical area. So this is mostly biogeographical distributions, whether plants and animal. This is actually the one that we will study in my study in Costa Rica. We're gonna learn how these different type of plants, animals present in the Costa Rica rainforest. That's actually part of our study that we will do next month. So we're gonna live on May until June. So about 1 month in Costa Rica forest. So this is the mostly we're gonna talk about in the ecosystem level of study. Okay. So over here, sometimes we also study about evolution. So evolution is usually in this level, right? So when animal or plant adapted to the special place, that's actually natural selection. We study about natural selection. So ecology and evolution, they usually at the same level. When we study ecology, at the same time, most of the time, we will study also about evolution, which is what? Adaptation to the natural force, natural selection. Okay, anybody have question for this? This is our study gonna be, what? So mostly we're gonna study about this interaction within organism and also interaction of organisms and their non-living environment. That's ecology. If you don't have question, then we'll continue. Yes.
It should put five here. Five. Okay, we're gonna put 5 studies.
5 studies. Anybody know what is the other one? Five study: population, organism, population, community. Oh, that's over here, which is from ecosystem. We also study at the same time we study the biogeography, which is actually is the same level, but it's bigger or wider level. Okay, so this is biogeography. Yeah, this is gonna be when we talk about bio. This is living, geography, mean distribution on the land or on the biosphere. So we study the distributions of plants and animals, which is also part of their ecosystem, interaction within the organism. Okay, so that's the 5 level. So this one basically you can put in the same level. Okay, do you have questions so far? If not, then we'll continue. I'm gonna erase this. Wait. Okay. Okay. So over here also I didn't put the biogeography level, right? Because the ecosystem and biogeography within the same study area. Okay. Okay, listen. We're gonna learn a little bit about some terminology over here. Okay. Make sure you do understand what is habitat, what is organism. Of course, we have learned organism. Okay. So what is organisms again? Organism is living things that has specific characteristic. What is the first characteristic of organism? All organism consists of, Jordan, cells. Good job, right? That's the first characteristic. See, good. Thank you. That's how we learn, right? You get it, right? What is the first characteristic of organism? All organism consists of cell. That's it. If there is no cell, then it's not organism. What is the second characteristic? All organism will have chemical reactions within their cell or within their body. What do you call that? What do you call? Metabolism. So all organism perform organism. So this organism is living thing that has certain characteristic. First, consists of cell, right? Maybe one cell, maybe more than one cell. So the unicellular, multicellular. What is the second one? They perform metabolism. They have to. How they get the energy if they do not perform the metabolism? What is the next one? Okay. When you hit me, what I will do? I will hit you back. What do you call that? Responsiveness, right? All organisms have responsiveness. Okay? And I just put 4 over here, the last one. In order to stay exist in this earth, what the organism have to do? Get married, right? What is get married for? Hayden? No. Yeah, but for the general things. Reproduction. Yeah, maybe start from the DNA replication, etc. Right? Mitosis. That's all actually reproduction. There are sexual reproduction, there are non-sexual or asexual reproduction, but they have to do so. They have to do this reproduction. That's organism. That's the definition for organism. Now another definition is habitat. Habitat. Maybe in ecology you're gonna hear this a lot. Habitat. What is habitat? What is the simple pattern? What is the most simple definition or meaning of habitat?
It's where they live.
The way they live, right? This is actually part of ecosystem where the organisms live. That's it. Habitat. Part of organism, because organism is actually very big. There is part of the organism where certain organism will be living. That's what we call the habitat. Are you with me? Now within that habitat, each organism, will have this. It's called niche. Niche. What is niche? This is a specific roles and functions of an organism. So this is going to be specific roles and functions of, I'm going to make it capital letter. Just to make sure you know, this is only talking about one organism, right? Of organisms. Okay? An organism in its habitat. I'm gonna make it also big capital letter over here. Okay? It means that the niche is only owned by one organism. It cannot be owned by 2 or 3 organisms at the same time. Are you with me? It's a very specific role of one organism within its or his habitat. Are you with me? Let's say this is here, over here, right? This is habitat. Classroom, this is habitat. Part of the UPAC ecosystem, right? You got this idea? So let's say UPAC is ecosystem, and this is a habitat. This is where we live. Hi. Now, in here, I have specific roles. What is my role and function right now? Jordan, what is my function and role right now? Teach you, right? I am a teacher right now. You are a student, that's over there, right? Now, this is my specific role, which is me only. If someone is coming and try to be a teacher here right now, what will I do? What do you think will I do? Let's say Dr. Wang coming here and say, this is my time to teach. What will I do? I will fight him, what? Are you with me? We will fight, boom, 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 until one of us die, or maybe run away to his niche. Are you with me? So it means that in habitat, there are no 2 or 3 organisms will have the same needs at the same time. If it is happening, what happened? They will compete until one of them die, or maybe one of them move to another niche on that habitat. Can you follow this? Can you understand this? Right? So in the example that I give over there is they're like a bison. You know, their habitat is grassland. One bison will be eat over here. If another bison coming to him, then he will fight, right? Until that one is gone or die or maybe move to another niche. Can you see the difference between habitat and niche? Everybody will have their different needs. Your niche is over there. You sit down there. So if Peyton try to take your seat, what you gonna do? You just give. Come on, Peyton. you compete, right? Or even though he's your friend or not? Yeah, he's your friend. But still, you will not give your niche over there. Yeah, the same thing with you, Peyton, right? Can you give it to McKenna?
No.
She's nice. Still no. Okay, see. I just want to make sure you do understand habitat and niche and ecosystem. Ecosystem is bigger, habitat is smaller, and niche is even smaller. Okay, even smaller space, which is role and function. Okay, so that's the classification or definition for this in ecology. So habitat and niche. Now we're gonna learn about ecosystem. Okay, because this is actually the focus in ecology. We learn about ecosystem, our system, our ecosystem. Hey, ecosystem. What is eco again? What is oikos? Peyton, you still remember what? It's just a couple minutes ago. you have short-term memory. Okay, Olivia Coleman. Home. Home. Okay. Now what is system? System means there is a interaction. There is a interconnected relationship on that home. Are you with me? So ecosystem means, okay, interconnected. interactions, okay, within the components of ecosystem. What are the components of ecosystems? Gonna be organisms, which is a living thing, and non-living environment. Okay. So ecosystem, interconnected interaction within the components of ecosystem, which are organism and non-living organism, that will enables the, okay, in the ecosystem there is always two things happening over here. Right? What is the first one? Energy flow. Right? In the ecosystem there is an energy flow. What is called flow? Because it's only one way. Only one way direction. That's flowing mean. Okay, and there is another things that happening in ecosystem, which is the cycle of nutrient, cycle of materials. Okay, energy flow and material cycle. Okay, that's ecosystem. So when the organisms interact within one another, when the organism interact with their non-living environment, then there will be energy flowing and there is going to be nutrient cycling. Example, and you have learned some of this process. Okay, let's say this is an ecosystem. In the ecosystem, of course, we have living and non-living. What is the living thing? Let's say we start with the producer, plant. Are you with me? And then the one that eat plant, I have this. Okay, let's say like that. Okay, I have this look like deer. Okay. And then let's say, it's difficult this one. Wow. Okay. Let's say this is lion. This is lion. Okay. And then we have fungi, right? We have bacteria and other things in the ecosystem. Can you follow this? That's the living things right now. That's the living component. Now the non-living component. We start with the energy. This is coming, all the energy on Earth coming from this guy. What's his name? Sun. Sun, right? So energy coming from the sunlight. Are you with me? So sunlight, energy. Reach to this producer, which is a autotroph. You still remember what? Autotroph. They're able to make their own food. And they create their own food by process called what? Anybody know the name of the process? Photosynthesis. So there is a photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. What materials? Now we're going to talk about materials. We have energy. Now we need the materials, right? What materials needed for photosynthesis? What is the formula of photosynthesis? We have it from here, from the soil, which is taken by xylem. You know xylem, right? What is material coming from the soil? Munachi? Will be absorbed by the plant. Water. Good job. Right? And there is a material that's around here on the atmosphere. Zaif, what is the material that needed for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, right? Boom, boom, boom. Both of them will go to the plant, to the leaf. They have chloroplast. They have chlorophyll, right? So, water plus carbon dioxide Okay, boom. And sunlight, of course, the energy. 6, and create the chemical energy. This is chemical energy, which is called food. Okay, plus is release of oxygen. You with me? You see that one? The energy boom from the light coming, flowing, become chemical energy. Are you with me? Okay, which is glucose. Now, this chemical energy, which is food, is eaten by this guy, deer. Okay? The guy use it for make energy, which is ATP, to the process called the cellular respiration. The organelle that used for that is called the mitochondria. You know that, right? So, over here, this one will be eaten to the cellular respiration, which is carbon dioxide, the glucoses with oxygens will be used for producing, the main product will be ATP, plus carbon dioxide, plus water. Can you follow that? That one then become energy, which is kinetic movement. You see that? The energy is flowing from the sunlight energy, go to the food energy, now become kinetic energy. All right? It's flowing. Now, how about the materials over here? Look at the carbon dioxide. Use it here. Water, use it here. Right? But it's going back here. What? How about this? Okay? So the nutrient, the chemical cycling, they will not go out from the ecosystem. They stay there. It's cycling. But the energy just flowing one way. The one that is the energy that is not used become heat. 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 That's the reason why our atmosphere have warm. Also our body, when we perform the cellular respiration, it's become warmer because what? There is heat also out from that flowing of the energy. That heat is not going back to the sun. The sun say, I don't need you, I'm already hot. I don't need your heat is very small. I don't like it. Because what? Because the energy is only flowing one way. It's not cycling. Can you see the difference what? The energy flowing, the chemical, always cycling within the environment. Therefore, you have rain. What? You have snow. What is snow and rain? Hydrocycle. Water cycle. Are you with me? What is water? Because water is material. It's cycling in the environment. Okay. So that's the ecosystem. Okay. Now, there are two types of ecosystem. We're going to continue this later, but right now, I'm going to just put it just for, your preparation to study. Especially, we're going to have a quiz on Wednesday over this chapter, right? There are two types of ecosystem. The first one is called the terrestrial. What does terrestrial mean? Land. Okay, land ecosystem. Okay, and if you have land ecosystem, then you have another one. It's gonna be water. It's called the aquatic. Okay, aquatic or water ecosystem. Okay, each ecosystem then will have subtype. Like in the terrestrial ecosystem, there will be 10 type of land ecosystem. In the aquatic ecosystem, there will be 2 types, whether marine or freshwater. We're gonna learn this type of ecosystems on Wednesday. So make sure you